basically, while I was in Greece, Athens, I rented this apartment. Long story short, I got scammed.
Cien complejos sin sentido me arrebatan tus latidos y tu voz y ya no puedo que no sé a dónde voy, no es real, hace ya tiempo te volviste uno más.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Roundy 101 channel, and today we are going to be talking about some rental scams. Okay, I'm gonna sip this tea because it's really freaking hot. So the tea is basically, while I was in Greece, Athens, I rented this apartment, which was actually quite nice, and long story short, I got scammed. Not even like the, let's say the old, the modern way where it's usually like a linky scam and or some kind of like website, and then the renter just like takes all your money and there's like no such thing as the property. This was like the traditional way scammed. So literally, I went to the property. Here's what happened. Okay. I went to the property and I saw the property. The guy who was offering me the property, he looked like a scammer. Like he was a fat ass, like not gonna lie. But the property actually looked kind of okay and decent and nice. And honestly, they were charging way more overpriced, which I think they do to most foreigners. And they were gonna charge me like $700, and that was like not including bills per room. Whereas there was this hotel gallery suites residency that like allows monthly stays, and trust me, they're so good. I'm probably gonna do like a review video on them later as well for this channel, just in case you guys are deciding to visit Athens or Piraes or whatever, and you guys want to go there, because they're like just excellent. Or it was excellent, and it was really worth like the monthly stay rates. But anyways, back to the scam story. So what basically happened was I got the apartment, like I was supposed to rent the third floor, and on the contract, which I have somewhere, oh yeah, wait, it's here. Jesus. I even highlighted it. On the contract, it says freaking third floor, okay, motherfuckers, actually. But, anyways, so I basically said, okay, I'll be moving in on, I think it was on February 14th of 2025, and then I had paid the money in advance, like when I agreed, and the safety deposit, and blah, 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 all that bullshit. And then on the final day when it came to decide, the landlord was like, oh yeah, actually you can't rent it for that price that you paid or something like that, because it's like, it actually costed more, but I could clearly see that they're overcharging me because I'm a foreigner. And they do that in Greece. That's why I think it's like, if you want to, well, it really depends, but I think it's because the Greek economy has like been quite bad recently in Europe, so I get it, like people need money and often foreigners like can afford more and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But like still, like come on. Anyways, so basically what happened was, okay, I said like I negotiated with them and I said like, hey, can I pay like $600 per month? And they were like first like, yeah, you can, blah blah blah. And I said, my company basically allows, like, will give you $400 for, what was this? The real estate agent fee, which the dude, he was an agent. It was like, apparently he was signing the papers with under his sister's name. Really weird, like, really strange. So apparently his sister was the one who was controlling the money, and then apparently he was he wasn't the landlord, but he was like an agent technically, I guess, but not an agent. Real some big bullshit. But anyways, so I signed the paper, I paid the money on time, and then when it was time to move, he was like, hey, maybe you want to move into the basement and blah blah blah, it's really nice. And he showed me some pictures of it, and yeah, it looked fine, it looked okay. But what happened was, like, I was really scared because my budget was $600, okay? And we kind of agreed that it was okay to pay $600 per month. It was just last minute that after I had, like, I guess, signed the contract and everything, that he was like, oh, no, it actually won't work. But I like to live in nice places, and I think everybody does. So basically, when it was time to move in, he said, like, okay, yeah, the basement is available, and that is the fixed cost of 600. The fuck? I bet it was like you overcharging people, but like seriously, they could have just you can get a small apartment in Greece for like 350 euros. That's like, I guess if you get it like kind of like from somebody who you kind of know, but like usually they're around 400 to 450 for a basic like single unit apartment that has like maybe a bathroom and a kitchen and a bed. That's it. And then it's like it ranges from that price. But anyways, so okay, like after that I was like, you know what, I was so freaking tired. I had like packed all my bags from the previous hotel that I was staying, and then I came in, and then I was like, okay, like he was like, okay, I just wanted to sleep. I'm just so freaking tired. I'm working, and now I just want to sleep. So he showed me the basement, and at first I was like, okay, maybe it's manageable. I did ask him that, okay, so is there mold? He said there's no mold. Liar. But anyways, and then he said like, he didn't warn me, there were a bunch of freaking problems. There were so many problems that this dude just didn't, this fat man did not warn me about. But anyways, so I came in there and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just too freaking tired, maybe this is manageable. And I stayed there for 2 nights, and oh my god, the dramatic situation. I'm gonna show you some pictures now. So
help. Oh, how can I help? What? Is there a way I can help? I need help.
I don't know what to say, but basically the pipes would always make noise in the night when I was trying to sleep, and I was like, the fuck? And then after that, the doors were kind of broken. There was mold in the freaking bathroom, as well as there were no windows and there were flies on the freaking floor. There were actual freaking bugs. And I was like, oh my god, this is so freaking shit. And then, oh god, no, okay, well, anyways. Oh, sorry guys, my laptop just died. But yeah, like that was the TikTok. Yeah, sip that tea, guys. Sip that tea, because I'm just about to spill more. Okay, so yeah, so basically after that I was telling the landlord like, hey, can I move into the apartment, which I remind you signed the contract for. Yeah, signed the contract for, freaking highlighted. And because I had been there like for 2 nights and I was literally dying, and he said like, oh, I gave it to somebody else. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, well, can I just get my security deposit back, or like you can keep a few hundred, like, you know, that's already a lot of money for staying in a shitty ass basement, motherfucker. But anyways, so I was like, okay, well, you can keep like 200 or something euros, and like I can just give me the rest of the money so I can buy another place and move out. And he's like, oh no, you have to stay there and find somebody else to replace you, or then I can't give you your money. And then I was like, you can't even give me back the freaking deposit? And he's like, this motherfucker was just, I don't know what, like fat, ugly, and discombobulated. Something else. But anyways, or just lazy. Oh, oops. Anyways, after that, I was like basically really sad, crying, and the only good thing that happened out of this situation is that I met like this friend guy who was like living apparently in the so-called best apartments that they had to offer, and even that had mold in the bathroom. And I was asking him, and he was also like a foreigner or whatever, so I was asking him like, so how much are they charging you? And he's like, they're charging me like 900 or something, and that was excluding electricity, water bills, and electricity is hella expensive in Greece, not gonna lie. So, and I was like, oh my god, that is ridiculous. But he made a lot of money, so he didn't care. He was just like, and he got his security deposit back. Anyways, after that, I was just like so done. And then the sister of the fat man basically came. So the fake landlord was the fat man. The sister was like the person who I guess assumed was controlling the money, because her name was freaking on the bank account that I paid. So she was like, okay, we can give you your security deposit back. Just move out the 1st of March. It was the 1st of March. Yes. And So I did. I moved out the 1st of March. Still. And then I was like waiting for the security deposit to appear back in my bank account. Nothing. I called them and I asked them, so are you guys gonna give me the money back? And then they were like, these people were just so freaking rude. Then they were like answering basically, I'm actually gonna get my phone. Oh, but my phone is here playing. Like, maybe I should play some of the, I'll do that later. Anyways, so basically I texted her and I was like, yeah, are you gonna give me the money back? And they were like, yeah, we will give you your money back, just wait. And in Greece, I get it, like it takes time and whatever. But then it took so freaking long and I was so freaking pissed. It had already been like 3 months. I had called and texted them. They did not answer. That money was still not back in my bank account. And I even asked them, is there a reason why it's not paid? Did I do something? Or like, what is the reason that it's not paid? If you're gonna say that you're gonna give it back, then give it back. Don't put lies in front of my face. And then after that, start saying stupid shit like not doing things that you say you're gonna do. And then after that, just bailing out. Just either tell me to my face that, sorry, we're scammers and we're gonna take your money. Or then just be like, yeah, we will give you your money back and actually give me the money. No need to be a stupid lying bitch. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I tend to swear when I really mean something. And this time I really mean it. Okay, so after that, it had been 5 freaking months. That's why I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go on Google and leave a negative review. And I'm gonna link in my bio, basically, the address, the place, and the website and everything, so you guys know to avoid this place when you come to Greece, unless of course the reviews have changed and everything's positive and stuff like that. But I highly doubt that these people will change. People tend to stick to their habits. That's why I feel like it's hard for poor people to get rich, it's hard for fat people to lose weight, and it's fat for lazy people to actually do shit, because it's very hard to change your habits. So anyways, I'm gonna link basically their horrible location and their website and everything, and even whatever. So then I made a negative comment on basically Google, and I was on holiday and it had already been like 3 months at this point. And then when they saw it, they called me and they were like, we saw the comments you left. And I was like, okay, yeah, so I meant what I said. I didn't lie. And then they said, I don't think we were about to give you your deposit back, but because you left this kind of comment, I don't think like we can. And I was like, they were just going on in a circle about some stupid bullshit. Like, they weren't even getting to the point. But the point that they were basically making is that we won't give you your money back unless you remove that negative comment. Or they were basically trying to bribe me into not speaking, like telling other people to be aware of their place by threatening me and saying that like we're not going to give you your money back if you basically say bad things about our place, because our place sucks anyway. So then I was like, okay, so what you're basically saying, I don't know who you are, like lying girl, is that either I remove and delete the comment and then you'll give me back my deposit, or I leave the comment there and then you won't give me back my money, right? And she was saying, no, blah, blah, blah. She's just said, like, please, we need to get it rented out or some stupid shit, like, get another tenant in so that we can get money and then blah, or something like that. Then I was like, okay, you know what? I'll delete the comment, because I don't like being a mean person, and I don't like, and the place was good. It has plenty of potential. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just when you have people who don't give a shit about their jobs, then obviously it's gonna go down the drain. And that's what I'm so sad about, because I think that these people, honestly, I don't even know if it's their parents' house or whose house it is, who gave them this apartment to run, but it's like, it could be really good, but it's going down the drain because apparently you have a lazy person who needs to get fired, aka the fat man, and then you have a woman who, I don't know, is telling people I'm gonna give you back your deposit and not giving them back their deposit and just like lying to people's face. The fuck? Okay, anyways, so yeah, so basically I deleted the comment on the same, like the day after she sent me that message, basically.
And then after that, still 2 days, no deposit back. 3 days, no deposit back. And that's when and then I texted her, no answer. And then I decided, you know what? It's been 6 months. 6 freaking months from when I moved. So then after that, basically what I did was I said in a nice manner that, hey, please, if you could please return my deposit back before the 5th of June, that would be very kind. So I'll give you until I didn't say very kind, but I said until the 5th of June, and I can't read my messages now because I'm recording with my phone. Until the 5th of June, if you could please pay it back by then. And then she replied, is that a threat? And I was like, no, it's not a threat. It's just a reminder. And then after that, 5th of June, no deposit back. So then I was like, I call them because I really don't like being mean to people, and I really don't like I don't want to see your business fail. That's what I mean. Because it could be really good. And then after that, basically, yeah, I called her and she gave it to the fat man instead. I called you, not your fat brother or whatever it was. And then he basically answered and he's like, don't contact us, blah, blah. And I was like, do you know who this is? Hello? And then after that, they just hung up on me. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna put like the review back on Google, which I did. And what was so funny is that like I was first I thought like maybe I was the only one having a bad experience in this whole entire place. That at least that's like what they were telling me, that you're the only one. And then I was checking on the Airbnb reviews and the other Google reviews. They're still doing the same bullshit. They're still taking people's deposits for no reason. Like, I didn't break anything when I left. I cleaned the place as good as possible. I had to clean, okay? It was trash and so dirty. And it's like, when I left, they said, like, you have to clean the place, so we'll give you back your deposit. I cleaned it really fucking well. So, I don't know. I even asked you guys, is there a reason I don't have my deposit? No, there's no reason. They just probably didn't like me because I tend to tell the truth. And yeah, I am a little bit whiny and hard work, but I think you're providing a service. I'm a customer. And I don't know why they were telling me that I'm bothering their customers when I was talking to this like guy a person who was living in the best like apartment. And he was coming to me and he said like literally there's no problem. And then they were like, you're bothering my customers. Well, your customer told you to your fat face that, no, I don't see a problem with this girl. And he was coming to my room as well to ask to hang out with me. So am I not a customer? Who am I then? The basement bitch or whatever? Basically, yeah. But anyways, so I put the negative Google review and now I'm making this video. I'm gonna link their location on the maps just in case any of you decide that, hey, I'm gonna have a good vacation on Greece or staying in a month. Don't go here. Go to Gallery Suites Residences or another place on Airbnb. That's all for today. Peace out on the Roundy 101 channel.